Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is another paid request for another Matt, visual audio. Thanks for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos or topics, reactions, reviews, commentaries, re-reviews, whatever it may be, randomness, a list, whatever, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for ThanksKilling 3. Now, I've seen the first Thanksgiving, and I thought this sucked balls. That's right, turkey, gobble my balls. Gobble, gobble, motherfucker. I hated the movie. I thought this was like a shitty version of a trauma film. There was a puppet turkey killing people. I was like, okay, people liked it, cool. This one, it's a bad movie too, but at least this one was more weird and more ambitious. And so I didn't hate it as much as the first one. And it's not a good film. Let me point this out. It is not a good film. I think it's a film that maybe would work better as a 20-minute skit at best, or 30-minute skit something, maybe. But hour and 40 minutes, a bit lengthy. It's like a joke that goes on way too long. But the thing with ThanksKilling is just one joke that went on for too long. Here, at least it's like, 5 jokes that go on too long. It's a bad film, but at the same time, it gets a 2.9 on IMDb, and I'm sitting there going, I've seen much worse. I would never watch this film again, but I would rather watch it than the time machine I found at a fucking store. Yard sale, like time machine I found at a yard sale, what the fuck that movie was called, or Feeders 2, or what was that 80s film with Al Lewis from the Munsters, Fright House. There's a lot of movies worse than this, and that's sad. I mean, it's very campy, it's very, I hate using this word, but cheesy. It's dealing with puppets, muppets, a worm that's fucking gay or bi, a robot, seagulls that talk, wormholes, at times trying to be a wannabe labyrinth. It's trying to be, you could almost say, over ambitious, and that was kind of admirable to me. But it is a couple jokes that goes on way too long. I mean, the first shot is a titty shot and a naked astronaut, and someone gets shot, and the turkey's like, "Nice tits, bitch, in space." And that's footage from ThanksKilling 2. I thought this idea was kind of clever. I thought it was kind of funny, where there was a ThanksKilling 2, but the movie was so bad it was never shown, and the movie was shelved, and the movie has been burned, and so, because it's deemed the worst movie ever, like, not the first movie, and then it was burned, as trying to be very meta, and now our turkey is trying to find that copy, and he has like a family, a wife and a kid. And then when he realizes what has happened to this movie, he needs to find it. So he kills his wife and almost kills the kid, but then the kid rides with him. And the turkey itself is barely a character in his own movie. Like, it's more about this. It looked like a female Muppet. It looked like something from the Muppets, a female Muppet who is literally looking for her mind. Finds this guy who does commercials, who wears a wig, called Uncle Donnie. I actually think the guy who played Uncle Donnie wasn't that bad of an actor, because I've seen much worse acting. I thought he actually wasn't that bad of an actor. It's like trying to throw a lot of shit at you. Like these fake commercials, or when the female Muppet is in this trash, and then there's like a cartoon cat from a commercial talking to her. Or they'll go back to the evil turkey and the sun riding the seagull, And like the seagulls, like a really purposely bad Photoshop. Well, you jealous of seagulls? And then the turd's like, yeah, I'm jealous of seagulls. You know, because I could never take a shit in the sky. And that gets into the puppetry and some of the stuff, especially as the movie goes along, is trying to have this Evil Dead 2 energetic insanity with what the hell's going to happen next. And those kind of films can be admirable in a way to at least is be more ambitious than boring. Because I don't think the movie... I can... It's trying to do ambitious things. I mean, when the evil turkey and this wise man type of turkey, who of course does a Lord of the Rings, thou shalt not peck, instead of thou shalt not pass. And then when they fight, it goes into a Nintendo game, or like Nintendo cutscenes. You know, like cutscenes you would see in a Nintendo game, freeze frame, that type of art. While it cuts to our other characters doing other stuff, it cuts back to the battle is more like Nintendo type cutscenes. Like I said, maybe if there's like a 20-30 minute short film, it would be better. But what hurts the film is the writing is horrible. It's not funny. It's not witty. You know, you look at like Peter Jackson, what he did with Meet the Feebles. That was a bit better writing-wise. And filmmaking-wise. This is Peter Jackson. This... Again, it's... It's like... How the fuck do I explain this? There's one character... Okay, there's like a son, a grown son, and his mom is a female puppet who is like a old puppet woman in a wheelchair, and that because at one point she saw a whole day of BET, now is a rapping granny, a rapping mother, and saying, you grab cocks and hold it on for dear life. And overdrawn, overlong jokes, like when the female Muppet and this guy named Uncle Donnie, and they get to this like trailer whatever where this other guy and his puppet mother in a wheelchair live, and the grown son is trying to turn on this light, and it goes on for like 2 minutes if I'm trying to get this light switch on. We just go over and flip it, but he has this spear, he's trying to get it on, he's trying to turn it on, it just goes on and on and on. Or the guy pretending, because Uncle Donnie wants to have an amusement park, and the guy's going on about visualizing him as someone who is taking care of the customers for the rides. Okay, we're going over the Gravy River, and don't dip your food in the Gravy River, and don't dip your nachos, don't dip your chips. It's like, okay, dude, what's it funny? And it's trying to be clever. Like some of the characters, they go into another dimension. There's a wise turkey, and he's giving exposition. And of course the other characters are like, oh god, exposition. That could be funny about how exposition is boring, but it's just the way it's written. It's just not that clever, and it's not that witty. I mean, when I say stuff like, oh, the Uncle Donnie in this place has a big old oven that can actually talk to him and does talk to him. That's weird and quirky and maybe could work, but then it's like, oh, but watch out for this guy. He's going to take a shit on you. I'm like, come on now. Or, okay, there's a robot and there's like a little worm that maybe is his lover. And it's like, okay, that's weird, and where's this going? But then, oh, we'll open up a portal, so lay down, put your legs up, and the worm sticks its tail in the robot's ass to open up a portal. And it's like, this is what I'm talking about. You have this weird, ambitious stuff, but then you just go to the cheapest, lamest, unfunny joke. Or you draw that joke so fucking much that there's nothing fucking left. And if for people going into this who like the first film, they're not really seeing a lot of the turkey that they want. Because he appears every once in a while, at one point kills his son, then his son becomes a spirit, and then you get POV trying to be like Evil Dead. That's the thing. I can see the Matrix's film, Evil Dead 2 was a big inspiration. Like when the son spirit, the turkey son, trying to be the POV like the Force in Evil Dead. But, I mean, they even do a total fucking riff on Evil Dead where the turkey gets hurt, the evil turkey, and then, like, skeletons, as if it's Army of fucking Darkness, skeleton turkeys come up, help him, and the evil turkey can't find his ditch, so he finds a chainsaw. And just like Evil Dead 2, with the push-ins, when Ash got the chainsaw hand, here, chainsaw dick, and instead of groovy, the turkey says gravy. It just, like I say, it feels like someone thought, oh, this could be maybe a funny skit, and said, so let's push it to 100 minutes. And even if you thought it was kind of, weird, quirky, it overstays its welcome. It overstays its welcome. Even like there's fight scenes at the end, and the director's no Sam Raimi. It's trying to do different camera angles like Evil Dead films, but it goes so quick, and between them it gets nauseating that you can't understand what the fuck's going on. And just bottom of the barrel writing. Just because it's low budget doesn't mean you need shit writing. Like when the female Muppet is looking for her mind and the worm goes into this one portal, the underworld, however you want to put it, because they need to get this movie back. Because I guess the evil turkey, if he gets the ThanksKilling 2 movie, it'll do something and unleash this curse. So they're getting it back, and they look at 2 rats, and the rats are playing a game called Butt Cheesin'. And what is it? It's like, and the effects are purposely bad. I mean, so many times with the puppets, you can see the black, not string, but with puppetry, you have that black wire at times. You could clearly see them in most shots. Like, they didn't do much of a job trying to hide any of it. Like, you could have tried, at least on that front. But yeah, it's 2 obviously fake rats, of course. That's the joke. And butt cheesing is that we eat something, someone sniffs our butt to see what kind of cheese we ate. And then also in certain scenes of the movie, you get really shitty dubstep. I don't like dubstep music. Dubstep music to me is not even fucking music. It was just, it's like you stepped on a fucking instrument and it died. Or like you're stomping a mud hole in an musical instrument's ass. A dying instrument. So they come back. That's where some more of this fighting, and then I mean, even if you go into this, if you like the first one, you probably want to see more gore and death scenes. There's really not much for gore or death scenes. The one woman, the puppet in the wheelchair, her son gets killed, but it's more like he's saying something. It cuts away. There's his dead body parts, or some puppets getting killed, like when he kills his wife turkey and splits her head in two, or puts a chainsaw in the wheelchair puppet's mouth. Which, that granny wheelchair puppet went out like a bitch because she talked all this smack and didn't do shit. And the turkey just killed her ass. Like a bitch. And spoiler alert, it ends with this wishbone thing. The female Muppet stabs into the turkey. The turkey goes to this portal, disintegrates, I guess. The female Muppet takes this movie, goes off to the portal. And then the Uncle Donnie, the little worm, and the robot decide to make an amusement park. Like I said, I do. I mean, the beginning of the film, trying to have this old stock footage, but it's an in space movie. Trying to have a bit more to the plot compared to the first film. I do think it's a better movie than the first film. I do remember having, as bad as the effects are in this, they're an improvement over the first one. But, and I mean, I'm a sucker for trying to do this weird amalgamation of puppets and Muppets and gore, like, because it does bring me back to Meet the Feebles. And I always want to see more movies like the Meet the Feebles, but yet Meet the Feebles is the one that's done it the best. Not Happy Time Murders, not this one. So maybe that was just a lightning in a bottle thing. Because Peter Jackson, at that time, with Bad Taste, which I want to rewatch again, Bad Taste. I haven't seen them forever. Or Dead Alive, and later on The Frighteners. Good series of movies. Just lame lines, terrible dialogue, and it's. I think even if you get it in treat, either one, you watch it going, this is just fucking stupid, and shut it off, which I don't blame it. Or two, even if you are into it, it just, okay, this show's going a bit too long. Let's wrap it up. And just shitty script. And that's the thing, when you're trying to purposely make a cult film, it comes off as more, what's the phrase I'm looking for? It comes off as more obnoxious than endearing. If you see a bad movie that wasn't meant to be a bad movie, it seems like, they tried. But this just comes off more obnoxious. But yeah, I appreciate the attempt at ambition. Obviously, watch some clips on YouTube. You'll get the full gist of it. So, with that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.